Hey guys, in this question, let's just quickly see a TPA question, but it's a non-mat TPA question. So let's just read through it. The question says, at company X, a new firm which is at present devoted entirely to the design of software application, all employees are required to agree to the following policy. So I read faster till this step, but after that I just tend to go slower because I want to understand it in just one reading. So the question says, any idea or invention conceived by the employee that is related to company X's past, present, and future businesses owned exclusively by company X and not by the individual employee. Thus, if a company X's employee has conceived an idea or inventing during his or her employment with company X related to any manner to company X's business, that invention is owned by company X. The employee may not use or exploit the idea or invention for his or her personal benefit. Having understood this information, now you have to just be careful while reading the question. The question here says an employee of Company X has recently sold a children's novel to the publisher. Company X has claimed ownership of the novel on the basis of stated policy, and the employee intends to dispute the company's claim. Now, now you have to be very, very careful. If dash, so one of these sentences has to fit here, then the successful defense of the company's claimed ownership right would likely include a statement that means we have to choose one of these statements based on the successful defense of the company's ownership on that children novel. Now, let's just read through the option. If this happens, then the successful defense should include that. This is how I just make the structure of this sentence, wherein I have to fit two of these statements from this 1 and 2. If mere use of, now I'm just putting something here, if mere use of company X's resources, this and this, is related to company X, the company has plans to expanding, company employ a significant amount. No, nothing is fitting keeping this as first. Keeping this as first, if mere use of company X's resources in an activity is not sufficient ground for regarding that company activity to the related X business, this definitely cannot be the part of the answer because this is exactly going against the successful defense of the company's claimed ownership on that novel. So this part is definitely out. Now, if employee wrote an, so now again we are putting this at the first place. If the employee wrote the novel on a computer owned by the company, now when you read this statement you can understand that if the owner is writing on the company's computer, then the company's involvement is clearly evident in the production of that novel. That means that is where the company can successfully claim its ownership. So I tend to feel that this should be the right answer of this first part. If the employee wrote a novel on the computer, I'm also going through the other two options as well. If the employee has received a significant amount of money from the sale, no, company does not claim based on the sale proceeds. Now, if the company has plans to expand into publishing, it does not matter because even if company may or may not have it, it might be in the future, it doesn't matter. So we don't need to know whether company would claim the ownership based on its future aspiration. It might defend based on that. But anyway, keeping this as the first part because it likely fits the best at that particular space, mere use of company access resources in an activity is sufficient ground. This looks like the final nail in the coffin in the defense. And if you really like to look at these kind of a statement, I suggest you should watch a series Suits that is completely based on the legal disputes and legal battles. Now, mere use of company access, if the company wrote the novel, if the employee wrote the novel on the company computer, then mere use of the company access resources in the activity is sufficient ground for regarding that activity as related to company access business. So based on that, the company can successfully defend its claim. That is how we answer this question. So my answer to this is, if I call it C, if I call it A, then my answer would be C and A. If you like this kind of explanation, if you like my videos, then please don't forget to hit like button and please don't forget to subscribe. Please help me reach out to the more audience. That is what I would really appreciate from you. Thank you so much.